Hey, howdy, hey partners, it's Today I Grew Up, and today I'm super excited because we have some brand new Toy Story 30th Anniversary merch from Mattel. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up!
Now give me the microphone.
No!
It's my turn. You're watching Today I Grew Up. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Super excited to be back with you partners to talk about the new Storyteller packs from Mattel. These are awesome. They're to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Toy Story, brand new for 2025. And they have 3 packs that I saw on Amazon. And also, I believe Shop Disney or Disney Store now carries them. So we have a Woody, Bullseye, and Jessie pack. We have this bigger pack here. And then we have this one, which is new, with Zurg and Alien and Buzz Lightyear. This is a 4-inch scale line. It's really kind of cool, but at the same time I was a little bit disappointed because at first I thought this was going to be 7-inch scale to go with my 7-inch Mattel collection. But unfortunately it is 4-inch scale. It's still cool though and compact, so that way you have more room in your collection. Here it says Andy's Room Pack. Very simple. You got Rex, Woody, Bo Peep, Slinky Dog, 3 soldiers, and Ham. Very simple packaging. It looks like they're in Andy's room. So let's open it up and take a closer look at them. Alright, first impressions. They're pretty great. I didn't know I was going to like them this much. So far, playing around with them a little bit, I do like the details. They're painted well. They do articulate well. And the scaling is a little weird for me to get used to. It feels like they shrunk my toys. It is fun. And I will say, if you're someone who likes more miniatures or minifigures, or don't have a lot of room in your shelf, this is perfect because you can fit a lot in a small amount of space. Here's Woody the Cowboy. He's got his hand kind of bent in this position where he could grab the hat like that, which is cool. His hat is removable, which is awesome. It's very small, but I do like that detail. His head sculpt is okay, you know. He looks more like a cartoon version of Woody. No painted hairlines, but it's sculpted well. The paint apps are okay, nothing too crazy here. You have the detail of a holster that actually does swing around. It's not painted, but at least you have that. Sometimes they don't do that, so that'll help with him sitting down. He's got the yellow belt buckle. He's got a nice looking badge there. I think they did good on this. I mean, for being a very small toy, I do appreciate they at least painted the vest with the black applications. The jeans are nice. Boots are good. Nice detail. It's a little plain, of course, but it's got loads of articulation. So one thing I do appreciate Mattel did here was give us a lot of articulation for Woody. He bends at the knee joint backwards. His legs do swing out pretty far. He has like a hinge so you can do the splits. So that, I mean, that's more than most figures in this scale to do. That looks really good. Like the fact you can swing it out is pretty amazing. He can also bend backwards that far. His shoulders are 360. He does bend in and out there at the shoulder. He doesn't have an elbow articulation, I noticed. It's just rubbery plastic. But his wrists are also, there's no rotation there. It's just swings in and out, 360. But the elbow position is fixed as well as the wrist. I wish it would have given us a little bit of the wrist articulation. It's a very small figure, so I don't expect too much. And I will say on the bottom does not say Andy on the boot. They should have added that detail. Would have been nice. They didn't do that here. It's still fun, and let's put the hat back on. The removable hat, I think, sells it for me. I think that's what makes this Woody a lot more fun, having that option to remove the hat. But here he is. Woody's looking great. He's pretty small, I gotta say. But he's awesome. I think he's a great looking figure for 4-inch scale. Another thing I noticed with Woody is that he does have waist articulation. So that's a nice feature they didn't have to do. So I do appreciate that you can rotate him there at the waist. Bo Peep looks really good. I do like the hat there that she has, her bonnet. Does have good articulation there. Doesn't really move up and down or side to side too much, a little bit. You get a little bit of motion there. They did a good job with the painting details. She looks like Bo Peep to me. I think she looks great. Her dress is very reminiscent of Toy Story 1. She does have waist articulation there. She can grip her staff here, which is nice. So that looks good. This part is very squishy. So for some reason, they made it very, very flexible and her legs are pretty small. But I noticed in there she still has great articulation. So they didn't cheap out there, which is really good. She has movement there at the knees, and her like Woody, she can swing her legs out. You can go forward and back. It's just baffling though why they gave her so much articulation when she has this really fluffy dress in the way, and I don't see it as removable. It doesn't look like it's removable anywhere on the dress, so that's a little odd to me for sure. But at least if you really wanted to, you can try to get her to sit. It's just she's got that bendy dress in the way. So it does have some give and flexibility, but that's something to keep in mind when you're posing your Bo Peep. I think it's great. I wish we had this in 7-inch scale. I really was wanting to have that for my collection for Mattel 7-inch scale, but that's all right. We work with what we got. This is what we got. It's still a nice action figure in this scale. Here we have Rex, looking good. I love that he has the same articulation as his 7-inch counterpart. He has the articulated mouth. He can open and close that. He also has 360 movement on the head there. Looks really good. I like the sculpting on it. His eyes are a little funny, but that's okay. His arms do rotate technically that far and that far down. So you have a little limited there. It's not the full 360 rotation. That's fine. This is what he looks like on the underside, top side. He does have a 360 tail. You can move all the way around. A little flexible, not too much give though. It's more harder plastic. Kind of hollow feeling a little bit, but it doesn't feel too light. He's got some stability. So yeah, very basic figure, but a very nice mini Rex figure. Definitely the largest one here in the bunch for Rex. Next up we have a miniature Ham. He looks like he's in alive mode. He does have some articulation on the head there. Yeah, you can do 360 on the head if you wanted to. That's pretty funny. And it feels, yeah, he can move his head not only round, he can move it down or up. Wow, that's really good articulation, actually. So you can have him in a different position that way or looking down. I do like that. It's kind of like a ball joint in a way. That is cool. I did not know they were going to do that with Ham. I do appreciate that. Down on the bottom, I was thinking there's no way they're going to do an actual piggy bank down here. But I was wrong. You pull this, and it's a little cap that stays attached, and it opens up to the other side, so you can put little mini, whatever fits in there, mini coins if you have them. It should have come with mini coins, but it did not. But at least you have that option if you want to use your Ham as a real mini piggy bank. You could do that, which is actually really awesome. That was a surprising detail I did love for this mini Ham. Next up, we have Slinky Dog. They should have painted his red tongue. They did not. He has 360 here at the head. He can move up and, well, he can look pretty far down, more than the other figures, which is surprising. So he does have some good range of motion there on the neck and head for articulation and posing. It's nice. His ears are flexible, kind of feels like leather, even though they're plastic. That's pretty nice. And what else about him? He doesn't have real wheels on the bottom. His tail does rotate. I'm surprised by that. So that's cool. And then here he's got the stretch. That's really cool. He's got that flexible material that's exactly like the 7-inch counterpart. He's able to do that. So that's really cool that Slinky Dog is able to move that way. That is super cool. I don't like these Iron Men too much because they feel kind of cheap. Like I feel like if I pull it too hard, they could snap, although they probably won't. I don't like that too much. The color is a little bit off. It's a little too lime green. It's supposed to be a little darker in my opinion. You do get this pose, so you get the binoculars, you get the Minesweeper guy, and then you have this one where he's like looking through binoculars on the ground, but you can also like stand him up, which I don't know why you would do that because that's a weird that's a weird soldier to be standing up looking like that. So he's meant to go on the ground, hiding, looking with his binoculars as well. Here's a size comparison with my Toy Story collection soldier, Sarge. You can see that he towers over these. And I like the color better, obviously, on the collection one. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. If you're going for a small scale, you need him to be smaller, obviously. But that's the difference between normal size soldier and the ones you get in this pack. Here's a quick size comparison between what we got from 7-inch line to the 4-inch line. It is a massive size difference, especially for Woody. You have 7-inch scale and a 4-inch scale. It is really, really drastically different. And in hand especially, you can tell, wow, this is like our Mattel 7-inch figures shrunk down even smaller. So that's up to you to decide what you like better for scaling in your collection. I think it's something fun. Like I said, if you're looking for a mini Toy Story collection, that's the one to get. But this is what it looks like between 7-inch scale and 4-inch scale toys. The next pack I found on Amazon was the Storytellers Mattel 30th Anniversary with Bullseye, Jessie, and Woody. Woody is a repack from what we just saw on the other pack that we just opened up. But it's exciting to get Jessie this time and Bullseye, which are new. And it's fun that you can put the figures on Bullseye, it looks like. I really like the throwback images from other Toy Story movie screen grabs there, so that's really nice. First impressions, these are really, really small. They're tiny. They feel very small, and but very cool, you know. There's something about it that has that charm still from Toy Story, as you know, these beloved characters we love so much. You see them and they're painted well enough where I'm thinking it doesn't look like a cheap action figure. It does look like a premium quality toy. In hand, it feels quality and premium. It doesn't feel bad. And it's just fun. And I would say these are just great for both, whether these are a play item for somebody or a display item for somebody. Either way works. And I could see people putting little backdrops and montages behind them to make it look even better. I do love the facial expression of Jessie. She looks great. She's got this pointed thumb here to kind of like hold the hat a little bit. I don't think she could fully hold it, maybe. And then the hat does come off. It is removable, which is nice. Nothing crazy there about the hat. She has really nice appearance of yarn on her hair, even though we know this is just molded plastic. The ponytail is flexible enough so you can move her head around if you needed to. So that works out. She has a fake pull string ring, which is good. Not a lot of painted details on the back, but you do have the appearance of jeans. It's kind of weird molding right there behind the chaps, but that's okay. It's a very small scale, so I'm not expecting too much. Articulation is nice on Jessie. She can bend there at the knees and also extend back a little bit. Actually, not much, just that much. And then she can fully sit forward, which is good. So you can do that. She also has the ability to swing out like that, do the splits. So this Jessie is good. No elbow articulation or wrist like Woody, but you do have the swinging in and out arms and 360 as Woody had on his articulation as well. So that works out for Jessie. I think she looks great. Very small action figure, but very cool, and I'm impressed. Here we have Bullseye, which is really cool. He has a little tail that rotates 360. This is pretty flexible and rubbery plastic on the sides here, which is nice. And let's see, articulation wise, head's 360, nothing at the neck, which is unfortunate. The legs just basically go forward and back. It's very simple. It's very limited actually. Goes back this far, this forward. He doesn't have a lot of articulations at all, which I'm kind of surprised by because he's the horse, but he moves a little bit. I like that one of his knees is bent. I wish they would have given us articulation here on the knees. We have no articulation there. It's just solid plastic there. I like the horseshoes on the bottom detail there, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, it's a simple toy. It works. It's Bullseye. You know, we can put the figures on there, which is cool. So let's put Woody on there, which is fun. This is what Woody looks like on Bullseye. It looks pretty cool. He looks awesome. So yeah, it does look for visual effect, you know, it works really well. And once you pose him right, you can get Woody to stay here on Bullseye, which is pretty nice. It's a really cool toy. I like that it functions as well as it looks great. So you can get Woody on Bullseye. And now let's get Jessie on Bullseye, which I'm sure you can do without any issues. She scales really well with him too. Let's get the hat on Jessie right here. There we go. We got Jessie on Bullseye looking really cool. I do like this pack a lot. It's very fun. Although Woody is re-released from this one, it's really nice to have Bullseye and Jessie to the mix for this scale. Last pack we have for today is this Zurg Alien and Buzz Lightyear pack. I really like the movie still artwork over here. Screenshots from the movie, which is really fun. It says posable. You've got this on the back. It says Space Mission Alien Rescue. I guess they're rescuing the alien, I'm not really sure. Looking really good. This Buzz looks a little funny, I'm not gonna lie. His facial expression isn't the best that I've seen for Mattel, but it's still nice. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? They put a Space Ranger decal upside down. That's a mistake. I don't know if they're all gonna be like that, but that's upside down. It's supposed to be right side up. Now it's right side up. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, so that's not good. I hope they correct that in the future. So yeah, that's pretty bad that the Space Ranger sticker is upside down. And here the laser at least is right side up on the shoulder. So that's good. And at least they gave us Lightyear on the chest and the Space Ranger logo. It's just very simple, of course. There's no Andy on the bottom, which I wish they would have added. Although it is sculpted and painted nicely there. He does have 360 at the waist, which is good. His arms do kind of 360 and swing out, so that's good. At least we got a little bit more range of motion there with Buzz. So that's nice. He does have lower arms, which looks good. So I'm okay with that. His head does rotate all the way around side to side, which is awesome. So it is good. He can sit this far. He doesn't have... He can probably bend that far. He does the splits, which is good. And he doesn't have knee articulation. I'm always bummed out when they don't put knee articulation on Buzz. I don't know why they do that often. It's sculpted really well, but that's a big problem with that. I don't like that at all, so that's not good. And it looks like he has a joint to bend there, which is really frustrating. So he doesn't move there, does the splits, and he can sit and go back, and that's about it. Which is really, really weird. I don't know why they did that. This is probably the weirdest of the 4 inches yet, especially with the sticker upside down there. Very, very kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. The alien is great. He can move his arms 360, which is good. His head does rotate, which I'm surprised by, about that far to the right and to the left. Bottom doesn't have anything, fake squeaker. At least it's painted really well, so I am happy about that. He does have the Pizza Planet logo on his chest, even though it's not fully painted. I'll take it for what it is. He's got an antenna, a little flexible, which is nice. And yeah, he's just a very simple, high quality feeling toy at least. And I like this alien. It's really cool. I wish they would have included more of them in the pack, so at least we got 3 of them. But it's nice to have one. This is Zurg, and his head moves side 360 actually. Wow, I'm surprised by that. He does have a flexible, rubbery kind of cape. His cape is flexible and like a rubbery feeling, which is actually kind of nice. I wish he had his little ball blaster thing coming out, but that's okay. It's very simple. We don't even have it painted black there on the waist. His arms do swing in and out 360. Nothing at the elbow joint except for a little swivel actually, so he does have a little bit rotation there at the elbow. He doesn't have wrist articulation at all, and his hands are in different positions. I do like this hand position right here. He looks like, come here, I'm gonna get you, Buzz. So I do like that, very Darth Vader kind of vibes there. On the bottom, I wish they would have given him real wheels. It's just hollow plastic, but it's nice overall. You know, you have the look of Zurg, and I do like this Zurg one. I think this one's better than Buzz in my opinion. Here's a size comparison between my 7-inch scale Mattel Alien Buzz with the shorter figures. You can just see it's a massive size difference with smaller scale from what we usually get from Mattel for the 7-inch scale line. Final thoughts, these are really fun figures if you want to add them to your Toy Story collection. The warning I have is that, you know, because it's smaller scale, the details are not going to be as great as some of the larger 7-inch scale figures. And if you already have the 7-inch scale figures, you're going to have to question, well, why do I want these? Especially because they're not that cheap. The big pack with the 8 figures was $24.99, and the 3 packs were $14.99 each. Right now, I spent about $55 for these figures, which is kind of expensive for a 4-inch line, in my opinion. But that's up to you to decide. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of these little articulated figures from Mattel? I hope we get more toys for the 30th anniversary of Toy Story. If I have any more toy news, please come back to my channel to find out more. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me in this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. That might be.
You are a child's plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.